104.5 The Team. We're live at the Moscone Center for Radio Row, Super Bowl 50. And among the other amazing stuff, I see a bag of goodies across from me. Jeremy Kraft from Hunt Auctions. What in the world is in that duffel bag of goodness sitting next to you?
Yeah, some pretty cool stuff. So this is our 6th or 7th year working with the NFL to put on a live sale at the NFL Experience at the Super Bowl. We have a pretty amazing selection of items overall, about 800 different lots. Did bring some interesting stuff, some highlights with me to sort of entice you guys. And obviously your listeners can't see them, but we can certainly describe them. So among the pieces, and this as far as value goes, maybe not the most valuable, but it's certainly interesting. Ticket stub from first Super Bowl.
What?
Not even referred to as the Super Bowl at that point, the
right.
World Champions game. But my favorite part is you can see the face value of $12.
$12. Can you? Yeah. What is? I think I got a Bud Light last night for $12.
Yeah, if you were lucky. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
This is an expensive city.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it is. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and it's neat stuff like this that we've got set up. And one of my favorite things is that we bring this stuff out, let people come by and check it all out. So as part of the
I got to ask you, though, it was $12 to get into the first ever Super Bowl with that ticket. How much is that ticket worth now, and you can't even get into the game with it?
So today, as we auction it, you're probably looking at $300 to $500 or $400 to $600.
That's so cool. I'm sorry. Like, I would do it, too. Like, especially if you're like a diehard Green Bay fan.
Right. Yeah.
How cool would it be to have that on your mantle?
And then a little more relevant, we have a selection of material in the auction that comes directly from the NFL, sold to benefit their various charitable endeavors.
Right.
So I brought some interesting things. This is actually a kickoff football from last year's Super Bowl.
Okay, last year.
I don't want to talk about last year's Super Bowl.
Diehard Seahawks fan.
Yeah. Coming directly from the NFL, you can see their name is pressed in there along with Patriots.
Wow.
And the K that they put on there to denote.
Is that fully inflated?
Footballs.
Sorry, I have to do it.
No
Good
comment.
job.
No
All right.
comment on that. But I will tell you guys can squeeze that. You can feel. I mean, they do pump these things up, and
feels good to me.
I've always wondered, if you catch that thing, I can't imagine that thing coming down you on the field. You catch that wrong, you might break a finger or something.
Meanwhile, there's 11 guys coming to take your head off. Jeez.
Another cool piece. Again, this one coming directly from the NFL.
Whoa.
Peyton Manning, game jersey from this season.
That's from October too, because it's got the pink captaincy.
Yeah, breast cancer awareness, and that's one of the charitable endeavors that this stuff is being sold to support.
So if I auction, all right. So I go in. Jeremy Kraft from Hunt Auctions joining us right here on 104.5 The Team. I go and I'm a diehard Peyton fan, and I bid whatever it costs to get this jersey. How much do you think this jersey is going to go for?
Based on what others have sold for, we would estimate that in the $10,000 to $15,000 range.
Okay, a lot of money, but that money benefits the NFL's part of breast cancer awareness.
Yep. So, all funds from that stuff go to support a variety of great causes.
That's cool.
Yep. And there's other stuff in the auction that comes both from players and private owners. Very, very cool this year to be working with both Gale Sayers and Tony Dorsett.
Really?
To sell portions of their collections. Again, in both of those cases, being done to support the Gale Sayers Foundation and Mr. Dorsett.
Their personal collection. This is stuff they've collected over their career.
Stuff that literally came out of their closets. And Mr. Dorsett selling to support a local food pantry in his area. So it's again, that's always a privilege. And this is pretty cool. This is actually a game ball that the Cowboys presented to Tony Dorsett following his last game with the team. So I mean that's pretty cool.
That's right out of his display case.
Right out of his closet, so to speak.
Wow, that's insane. So that was given to him as an award from the team. It's autographed.
Yeah, and actually, this is one of maybe 7 or 8 different game balls that we have being offered on his behalf. So again, this stuff's all set up. People are welcome to come down and check it out. Now, if you can't, you can always check out our website at huntauctions.com.
Excellent.
All the materials up there for bidding or just for viewing. Personally, I always tell people, even if you don't want to own this stuff, it's so cool just to check.
It's like
it out.
a museum.
Yeah.
What else is in that bag, though?
Right. Look at him. He's hoping
I missed memorabilia. So.
Yeah.
I gotta put the mic down just for one
That's
second.
okay, yeah.
Wrap one of these
Jeremy Kraft joining us from Hunt Auctions. They're here helping the NFL raise. Oh my goodness, helping the NFL.
See, it's a good thing I had him open that bag.
Look at that. That thing has been through some wars. That is it's an older Colts helmet.
Johnny Unitas helmet.
Is that Johnny U?
Helmet, Johnny U. And this currently is the lead piece in the auction from a money standpoint. Bidding is currently at $30,000 on this, but again, this is the kind of thing that I mean, how many people get to sit here
Yeah.
and have this right there?
It's battle tested. I mean, you
yeah,
can see it.
Yeah. And it's interesting, I guess, on two fronts. One, if you look inside, you can
Whoa.
see the difference in what was considered protection back then
Yeah.
and what they do now with, engineering these helmets.
Basically looking at a mesh net that's
Yeah.
holding a couple pieces of foam.
Yep.
That's not protecting against many concussions.
And now the other interesting thing, if you look inside there, you'll see some numbers and stamped in and letters written in. It's hard to even imagine that they would do this with a guy on Johnny Unitas's level, but back then these helmets, those are all reconditioning marks from Rydell. So a guy would use this, get sent back to the factory, they'd repaint it, put all new clips and everything on, send it back out to the team. So it went back a couple times, and the last guy that landed up with it was number 19.
That's insane. Jeremy Kraft joining us, and this is just very cool stuff. And again, I'm back in Albany. I want to go see all this stuff. HuntAuctions.com.
HuntAuctions.com. Yeah, and one other thing I'd like to point out, anytime we do an event like this, we always have people that come in with stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously your listeners may not be able to do that, but they can certainly drop us an email, and they can find that info on HuntAuctions.com. And we're happy to just take a look and let you know, what is it? Is it real? What's it worth? How can you protect it? And that's something we're just happy to do for people. If they want to drop us an email, be happy to help out.
If I'm let's say I'm a collector, but I'm not a $15,000 collector, how much, like $20? What's on there? Like, is there stuff on Hunt Auctions that's lower?
In this particular sale, sure. There are things that will bring a few $100s.
Mm-hmm.
And that ranges up, obviously, to the top of the higher end here.
Right.
But you never know. You should check it out, because there's certainly something for everyone, and there's modern stuff, vintage stuff. We've got helmets that date all the way back to the late 1800s. So really, really an incredible selection of material.
Awesome. Jeremy Kraft, Hunt Auctions, HuntAuctions.com. I'm about to steal this Johnny U helmet and run for the hills. That's a lie. I don't run. But that's really, really cool. And HuntAuctions.com, you got to check it out back in Albany.